Hey, this will be a video chart on SNEY, very popular over the past couple of days and just haven't been able to get to it. But here we are now and had a pullback day today. Some profit takers finally decided to step in, and you can see that it gapped up, ran up a little bit, hit the resistance from yesterday, and then the majority of the remainder of the day was just profit takers hitting it. The daily chart, which hopefully this answers the majority of the questions I got. But the daily chart is still hanging in there. If you're a day trader and you bought up in one of these regions, and yeah, things are kind of rough for you, and you should probably have already been stopped out by now. But for the people playing this from a daily chart perspective, and more so kind of for either a longer swing trade or because you're following the story and or fundamentals, the chart's still hanging in there. And before you go and say, well, how can you say that when the price was down, this much today? Well, if we map out the resistances, or excuse me, the supports, it should make sense. So that's where we're going to start out. And the first area of the key supports is going to be just right here. And hopefully you'll be able to see why, but this will be our first area of support. And the reason this one is important is if we've looked back through the price history of the chart, you can see that here it acted as a support, acted as a support again for a few more days, and then when it fell, this is where it became resistance. You can see it came up here, tried to get through, couldn't. Here didn't quite hit it, but got pretty close. And then when the price did get above it on this day, you can see the results were a nice follow through yesterday. And then today it came down here and tested it as support, which held strong. So this area right here, which is valued at 0.005, is going to be one of the key areas of support that ideally we would like to see the price hold above. Now, if it doesn't, that's not the end of the world, because the trend can still stay up. And what I mean by that is if we take this and draw this trend line like this. This is the uptrend that has begun to be established. Now, it is still a young uptrend, and what I mean by that is there's not too much history. It just started back here in early October. But remember how uptrends are formed. They are simply formed by putting in higher lows. So we had a low here, and then when it made its move up, it pulled back, put in a low here, and now it's moving back up. As long as it stays above this uptrend line, whether it be it drops down here and then heads back up, that would obviously then give us another low, and the uptrend would continue. So this is going to be the key area that from a technical standpoint you want to see hold, because uptrends are the name of the game. Uptrends are what make charts look attractive and make people want to hop in them. So as long as the bulls can keep on putting in higher lows, which they've been doing, then things should remain fine. And if you look at it, the price is way up here already. If it were to drop down here, that's a pretty far drop. So it should have plenty of room to work with. And that's the main thing that we want to see right now, is maintaining this uptrend, because the longer this uptrend is maintained, the more and more bullish our longer term moving averages are going to start to act, and they will eventually begin to react to putting in higher lows by starting to curl up and head upwards. So those are going to be the two key areas of support, but the really crucial one is going to be this trend line here. Now, in terms of resistance levels, the key one that is sticking out to me is just going to be pretty much where the price has gotten rejected the past couple of days. We had a high, let me move this down some right there. We had a high back here on September 9th, which was at 0.0085, and then the highs the past couple of days have been 0.0087. So, we'll call it kind of right around this 0.0085 to 0087 range as being the key area of resistance. And if you look at the chart after this area here, things could really get moving quite a bit. Pulling this down, there's not really too many other resistance levels. There's another kind of little set of them over here, but that's not till way above a penny. So you can see that getting through this level could produce another very nice move. But obviously one step at a time. We first got to make sure that the chart gets a nice healthy consolidation that it looks like it's starting to do right now. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free, so it's worth at least signing up and giving it a try. One more time, this was SNEY. Thanks for listening.